Hi everybody, welcome back to the family channel.
Hi.
We hope you guys are having a fantastically awesome day so far. As you can see, it's just the two of us. The kids are enjoying their summer holidays. Fair play to them. And we have some good news. I mentioned in yesterday's video that we were without a car. Our car had been into the mechanics for nearly 2 weeks.
Yes.
And they phoned us after we filmed and they're like, you can come fetch your car. So I was like, yes, awesome. It's back in the mechanics. We had to take it back today because what happened was we were using Kat's mum's car. I said to Kat, let me drive the car back, Kat's mum's car back here after she picks up her car or our car. But it was getting quite late. So I said, let's bring mum's car back here. Kat phones me. They stopped at the shop, her and Leia. She phones me. She's like, engine management light. What should I do? I was like, you're just going to have to drive back. It's closed. It was already like 8 p.m. So she drove back really slowly and we took it back today.
Yeah, we took it back, they put it on a diagnostic machine and they changed some fuse which clear one error. But we still have an error with our ABS.
And urgent service required,
yeah,
even though it was serviced like 3 months ago.
Yeah, and the guy said to us basically like, please just bring the car at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And he's going to have to kind of like try to work out what is wrong with the ABS.
Well, fault find, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So we don't have a car again.
I'll tell you what, this year can piss off. I've had enough of 2025.
Seriously, it's just constant.
Yep.
Like absolutely constant. Like something is going wrong. The good things happen.
Yeah, and then 10 bad things.
Like 10 bad things.
And if you didn't meet little Philly in yesterday's video, he's our new little kitten. He looks amazing at the moment, but when he first came here, he was all full of snot and he was really ill, and he was quite skinny. But we bring him back to health and he's like...
No fear cat.
Yeah, he's fearless and he loves everybody. So yeah, you're probably going to be seeing Philly a lot. Anyway, today we are reacting to the most American thing ever, Bass Pro Shops. And I've done a reaction on the Bass Pro Shops before and it looks like my version of heaven, really. Yes. I love it. All the outdoor things, the boats, the guns, the fishing stuff. It just looks amazing. And of course, since it's just the two of us, it's a fat electrician video. So I'm quite excited for this. I've had it downloaded for quite a while. And now that it's just the two of us, I said to Kat, please, can we do this one? So yeah, we're going to be checking this one out. But before we do, if you guys haven't done so already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to support the channel, please check out our Amazon affiliate link down in the description. It won't cost you a penny. But if you do any shopping on Amazon, we'll get a little commission. And that will go towards our holiday once all this stuff is over and our car's fixed and Kat's cured and fixed. And yeah, we are still coming one day. This year sucks. Anyway, without further ado, let's check out the most American thing ever, Bass Pro Shops.
Nothing is normal. Absolutely nothing. Every time I start a video, I was like, this is a cool company. I'm sure completely normal things are happening there. Never happens, okay? Started working on a Cabela's video, found out that they're actually owned by Bass Pro Shop. Okay, I'm gonna do a Bass Pro Shop video. And now there's Indian spiritual leaders and crystal skulls and pyramids and curses involved, and I don't even know what's going on. Today we're talking about the most American thing that has ever happened. That time that we took the world's 7th largest pyramid and turned it into a Bass Pro Shops. Okay, just so we're all on the same page, it is not the simple fact that America turned the world's 7th largest pyramid into a bait and tackle shop.
That's a shop, my love.
Thing ever. No.
I know.
It's mental.
Insane, isn't it?
It turned the world's 7th largest pyramid into a bait and tackle.
Look at it. That does not look... T-shirts. Like, it's so awesome. I want to go. When we come over, that is a must-go destination.
That's like a day trip in that shop.
Yeah, it has to be. There's aquariums in there, there's ponds and... Not aquariums, but like one
I'm
big
sure
one.
you would want to live there.
I'll probably sleep in there, get locked in on purpose.
That's the most American thing ever. No, the most American thing is the story of how it happened because it reads like a redneck Indiana Jones script and it's absolutely insane. But we're going to get to it right after a word from our sponsor. All right, buckle up. Things are about to get weird. Alex Jones may or may not be involved. Regardless, our story begins in 1948 when Johnny Morris, the founder of Bass Pro Shops, is born. He grows up as the son of a World War II veteran that after coming back home from the war opens up a liquor store that goes well, so he opens up another liquor store soon. He's got an entire chain of regional liquor stores called Brown Derby. Why on earth did they call it that? I have no idea. So then why did I bring it up? Because it kind of sounds like a gay bar, and I think that's funny. Moving on.
Yeah,
So Johnny spends his childhood...
I was going to make that comment, and I was like, no. I'm glad he did. It does sound like a gay bar.
growing up in Springfield, Missouri. His dad owns a chain of liquor stores in the Midwest. There's absolutely no way that guy's not making a ton of money. There's literally nothing to do in the Midwest other than drink and figure eight race, which, if we're being honest, is just racing with an intersection while you're half drunk.
Oh, that looks awesome.
So Johnny presumably has a pretty good childhood because his dad is taking him on all these hunting trips. He's going bass fishing out at Lake of the Ozarks, and he ends up becoming this huge outdoors guy. He goes off to college where he, and I quote, majored in fishing.
You can do that?
Comes back home from college, doesn't really know what he wants to do, but he does know it's a humongous pain in the ass to find good fishing equipment because remember, this is like the 1970s. There is no Amazon. You can't get on the internet and buy all the fishing stuff, okay? Bass Pro Shops doesn't exist yet. You got to know a guy that knows a guy that's making lures in his basement if you want to get good fishing tackle. So Johnny, fresh home from college where he just learned the laws of supply and demand, there's a huge demand for fishing stuff and there's a very low supply of it, figures he's going to fill that gap and he's probably going to make some money doing it. So he takes out a $10,000 loan, rents a U-Haul, travels the entire United States, making connections.
I tell you what, like, you
you
hear the American dream and that. You hear it quite often. It's so, I don't know how, it's not, I don't think it was ever easy, but like just a simple concept. Like, I love fishing, I can't get lures, I'm going to start a fishing shop.
Yeah, but like, like in the old times, it was like,
yeah.
But
it
now
seems more simple. Like nowadays, there's so much competition.
Yeah. Like it's kind of like really tough.
Still can be done though.
Yeah.
Can still be done. Just got to come up with that idea. No.
Come on.
Can't get good charcoal or good firewood here in Slovakia. There's lots of wood, but there's no good smoking wood. I'm really struggling to find it.
Yeah.
There you go. Jono's wood shop.
shops and buying up all of their inventory and then brings it back to Springfield, Missouri and starts Bass Pro Shops in the back of one of his dad's liquor stores. Now remember what I said, there is no Amazon. You can't get online and order all your fancy bass fishing equipment. You got to know a guy that knows a guy, and pretty soon Johnny Morris becomes that guy. His phone number is getting passed around the fishing community like wildfire. The next thing he knows, he's getting phone calls from other states all over the country, placing orders, and then he's mailing stuff to people. This goes on for about 2 years, and then after that, he realizes he has an enormous catalog of names, addresses, and phone numbers of all the big fishermen all over the United States of America. So he takes a risk. He prints out 10,000 Bass Pro Shops catalogs in 1974 and mails them to absolutely everybody with all of his products inside. This explodes into a humongous mail order business, which is basically the Amazon of its time. And as he continues to grow the business, he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to start selling fishing boats out of my catalog too. But I'm not just going to sell the boat. I'm going to sell the boat with the motor and the trailer, all for one price, one-stop shop, you get everything. Up until this point, if you wanted to buy a fishing boat, you had to go buy the boat, then you had to go buy the motor, then you had to figure out how to get a fucking trailer. It was a whole day-long event. Now you could just call up Johnny and have the boat delivered to you. It was perfect. His boats end up becoming the most popular boat in America and the most manufactured boat on the planet. Then in 1980, he realizes, like, you know what? I bet people would really appreciate a place where they could just drive their truck, pick up the boat on the trailer, be able to look at all the fishing lures, all the stuff I have for sale. I'm going to build an enormous retail place. He builds the world's first Bass Pro Shops outdoor world. It is 300,000 square feet. There's fish tanks. There's exotic animals stuffed all over the walls. It's not just a store. It's basically like a dead zoo, except the fish are alive. It's basically Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for rednecks, okay? People travel from hours and hours away to make their pilgrimage to Bass Pro Shops. Okay, I can't stress to you enough how big of a deal the first Bass Pro Shops was, okay?
I got sent a Bass Pro hat and I never wear it because it's like, I don't want to, it's like a collector's item for me. I love it. I love it so much.
To this day, the Bass Pro Shop in Springfield, Missouri is considered the largest tourist attraction in the state of Missouri. This one singular store gets over 4 million customers a year, okay? That's like 11,000 people a day inside of this bait and tackle shop. And at this point, you're like, wow, that's a lot of people. No, that's a metric fuck ton of people going to buy fishing lures, okay? Disneyland gets 40,000 people a day. You've got 25% the business volume of Disneyland, and all you're doing is selling fishing equipment. Johnny Morris is literally the Walt Disney of rednecks at this point. How can we keep saying everybody that shops at Bass Pro Shops is a redneck? Don't do the whole I'm gonna get offended over literally nothing bit, okay? Nobody cares, okay? At the end of the day, there's only two types of outdoor people, okay? There's Patagonia wearing outdoor people, and there's Bass Pro Shop outdoor people, okay? You've got outdoor people that want to save the environment, you've got outdoor people that want to eat the environment, okay? If you are the ones that want to eat the environment, sorry, you're a redneck, that's just how it goes.
I think think we offended somebody out here.
I love this guy so much. He's awesome. No, I love the way he's like no nonsense.
See us.
Anyways, outdoor world, outrageously successful. So when you find something that works, you keep doing it. So he opens up another one and another one.
Another one.
And then another one. And next thing you know, he's got over 200 Bass Pro Shops, outdoor worlds all over the country. So now at this point, Johnny Morris has built the business out wide, and the only place left to go is up and down. He vertically integrates the entire thing. So Johnny Morris figures, okay, well, who's upstream of me? I'm the middleman. I basically buy shit from a factory. I sell it in my store. I deliver it to the customer. Cool. I'm going to go backwards, and I'm going to start buying all the factories that make the shit in my stores. He buys out the boat company that makes all these boats, which to this day is still the most popular boat in America.
How
and the company that makes the most
I want a boat.
I know you do.
They're so expensive, yeah. I know boats are generally expensive. Here, they are like...
They are very expensive.
I suppose it's because it's like difficult to get them here. We are landlocked and
yeah,
it'd be pretty pointless.
but
There's like one lake and a river.
Yeah, one lake, and at the moment the lake situation is not very good. So
I still want one though.
yeah, but what are you gonna do with
I'll
it?
sit out in the back garden.
Put it on the river.
Yeah. Oh, we got sent a hammock. I'm terrible with names. I'll put the name up on the screen now. I slept in it the other night, and it was the best night's sleep. Outside in the garden, 38 years old, and I had a camp. It was amazing. I loved it. But yeah, off topic, but sort of outdoorsy.
boats in the world. He buys the company that manufactures the four-wheelers that he sells in his stores. He buys up anything and everything that he can, and then he makes that the Bass Pro brand. And in doing so, his brand is now absolutely everywhere. It's on boats, it's on ATVs, it's on clothing, it's on dining room sets, it's on fishing equipment. It's absolutely everywhere to the point that everybody in America knows that brand. It's one of the most recognizable brands of all time. And in doing so, it's kind of polarizing, right? There's only two types of people in regards to Bass Pro Shop. There's people that like it and want to shop there, and those people are going to buy his merch and rep the company because they think it's awesome. And then there's people that want to make fun of the people that shop at Bass Pro Shop, and guess what they're going to do? They're also going to buy his merch to wear it ironically in an attempt to make fun of those people. Either way, Johnny Morris is making money off of both ends selling his merch. It's absolutely brilliant. Not only is he conquering his own market, he's figured out a way to monetize the haters as well.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I was too busy blocking out the haters.
So Johnny Morris has done it. He's vertically integrated everything. Like anything to do with fishing in America, he is inescapable. Like you got to go through this guy if you want to be able to catch fish, essentially. So he's like, okay, well, I need to expand into related markets. What's related to fishing? Hunting. Most people that fish hunt, vice versa. So there's another company, almost the same exact business model and storyline to him, but it's the hunting version, and that's Cabela's. So he buys Cabela's out for $5 billion and combines the brands together. After acquiring Cabela's, there's only one more company that he's actually competing with, and that's Sportsman's Warehouse. So he goes to buy them out too, and he gets like all the way to the very end. They're about to sign the contract, and Bass Pro Shops is about to own Sportsman's Warehouse, and the government agency, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, has to step in and stop the purchase of Sportsman's Warehouse, because if he buys it, they're going to declare it a legal monopoly. He is not allowed to buy
they have a monopoly over everything.
Yeah.
But then look at Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
Oh well.
competition.
This is the worst.
You're not allowed to buy up any more of the competition.
This is the worst.
At this point, Johnny Morris has essentially won capitalism. The government has had to come in and say, no, you're way too good at selling fishing lures. You're not allowed to do this, because then you're literally going to be the only option in the entire country. We've got to stop you. Here's the gold star for winning capitalism. Great work. Enjoy being a billionaire. Have a nice day. So Johnny Morris is like, okay, the government stepped in, not allowed to get any bigger at doing what I'm already doing. So my only other option now is to either just call it a day and retire, or I can expand into a related market. And at that point, he realizes like, okay, I'm going to do tourism. I'm already kind of in tourism already. I have the #1 tourist destination in Missouri, and my other stores are in the top 5 destinations in like 8 other states. So he gets more into tourism. He starts opening up Bass Pro Shop resorts, golf courses, there's a fucking music festival. And then one day, the Memphis Pyramid comes up for sale. I know what you're thinking. Why the fuck is there a pyramid in Memphis? Great question. Well, in the 1950s, there was this architect that wanted to make a big-ass pyramid. He actually wanted to make 3 pyramids, but it never got that far. He never got around to it in his life, but his son also
Sorry, that really tickled me. I know what you're thinking. Why the fuck is there a pyramid in Memphis?
Why not?
The way he said it though, sorry.
It comes up for sale. I know what you're thinking. Why the fuck is there a pyramid in Memphis? Great question. Well, in the 1950s, there was this architect that wanted to make a big-ass pyramid. He actually wanted to make 3 pyramids, but it never got that far. He never got around to it in his life, but his son also became an architect, and in the 1980s, he resurrected the idea, got the funding, and built the 7th largest pyramid in the world.
It's the 7th largest
in Memphis. Right out of the gate, the Memphis pyramid is extremely polarizing. You've got taxpayers that are like, I don't want you to take my tax money and build a giant fucking pyramid. No. And then there's other people that are like, fuck yeah, this is America, let's build a giant pyramid. And then you've got people coming out of left field like Alex Jones claiming that the people behind it are part of the occult and they're building a secret satanic worship temple or some shit.
These guys are admittedly into the occult. You can just look up their names. They're all over the local newspapers.
And originally, it was an event center. People were going to have basketball games.
Sorry. No. Don't be silly, mate.
It's the little kitten being naughty.
Philly's a nightmare. He's really playful. Come on.
Boxing matches. Mike Tyson fought there. They were going to have concerts, all kinds of stuff. So they started building it in 1989. It finally opens up in 1991. And right before the Memphis Pyramid is about to open up, the maintenance crew goes up to the very top. And at the very top, there's a metal box welded at the top of the pyramid. And they're like, what the fuck is that? So they go, they get the project manager. They end up chipping away at this welding. They rip this box down. Inside this metal box is a smaller wooden box. So they pull that up, they open it, and there's like a of just incense and perfume and shit that comes out. And inside of the box is a fucking crystal skull inside of a velvet cloth.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, it gets weirder somehow. So they track down who put the crystal skull there, and somebody finally admits to doing it, and it is the founder of the Hard Rock Cafe and the House of Blues, Isaac Tigrit, because originally there was going to be a Hard Rock Cafe inside of the pyramid. Still raises the question, why the fuck are we putting crystal skulls at the top like it's an Indiana Jones movie? Isaac Tigrit's reasoning was, I'm not making this up. I promise you, I can show you the interviews where he talks about it. When Isaac Tigrit was 27 years old, he was drunk driving his Porsche and crashed it, careening it off a 400-foot cliff. And as the car is rolling down the cliff, an Indian man appeared and held him through the crash. And he walks out of this car wreck. The car is just completely obliterated. And he walks out without so much as a scratch or a bruise.
He appeared instantly in this room.
These billionaires are weird.
He put me on a bed. He pulled my tongue out. I'm watching this from above. He places his hand on my chest and pushes on my chest, and the spirit went right back into my body.
A couple years later, he's in a bookstore and he sees the Indian man that held him through this car crash on the back of a book and finds out that it's his Indian spiritual leader named Sai Baba. So he goes to India.
That guy. He was everywhere.
This guy
in South Africa, there was always posters of
I
that
know
guy.
him when I was au pair. When I went to first came to England, I was au pair for this Indian family.
Yeah.
And it's like they worship him, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a big Indian community in South Africa, and I saw that guy everywhere. I never knew who he was though.
Billions of dollars and becomes best buddies with this Indian spiritual leader, Sai Baba. And when Sai Baba finds out that they're building a massive pyramid in Memphis and they're putting a Hard Rock Cafe on the top, Sai Baba gives Isaac this crystal skull and gives him instructions on how to mount it at the very top because it's gonna please the cosmos or put out good vibes or some shit. So that's what Isaac Tigrit does. Then, fast forward, the maintenance guys find it, they take it down, they track Isaac Tigrit down, and Isaac Tigrit is like, you need to put it back up there or you're gonna disrupt the cosmos. At which point they're like, no, that's fucking weird. We're not doing that. Alex Jones is already breathing down our neck saying that we're some satanic cult.
They turned the friggin' frogs gay.
We're not mounting crystal skulls at the top of the fucking pyramid. So then people find out about this. People start saying that now the pyramid is cursed, and it's starting to look like it's true because the first night it opens up for a concert, the sewage backs up and ruins the entire event. From here, it's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing happening. One of the maintenance crew guys plummets to his death. People keep falling down the staircases because the stairs are too steep because they built a concert venue inside of a fucking pyramid. The seats are uncomfy because they made them too small, trying to cram as many people into this auditorium as possible. Again, because it's a pyramid, which is not a great shape to have a concert venue to begin with. Eventually, a bunch of musicians refused to even play that venue because apparently the acoustics inside of a pyramid aren't that great. The entire venue just becomes...
Sorry, guys. Let me just move him.
Not a great shape to have a concert venue to begin with. Eventually, a bunch of musicians refused to even play that venue because apparently the acoustics inside of a pyramid aren't that great. The entire venue just becomes synonymous with not having a good time. It's a huge waste of taxpayer money. Memphis is actually losing money every single month keeping this place open, and the people in Memphis start referring to it as the Tomb of Doom. So by 2007, the entire venue is just shut down. Nobody wants to go there anymore, and now there's just a big, empty, haunted pyramid on the Mississippi River in Memphis, Tennessee. Cue Johnny Morris, the guy expanding his hospitality and resort business, and he's like, you know what? I could put a Bass Pro Shop in that motherfucker. It'd be awesome. At face value, it's funny. Why wouldn't you go to a giant pyramid to buy a fishing lure? That's hilarious. But we're also going to call it the Redneck Mecca. Why is that funny? Well, because Mecca is the holiest place in the Muslim faith. And every single Muslim on the planet is obligated to go there at least once in their life if they're physically and financially capable of doing so. We're going to quietly insinuate that every redneck in North America has a religious obligation to make a pilgrimage to Memphis so that they can buy a fishing lure from our pyramid. Then we're going to put a 100-room resort at the bottom of it. We're going to have a bowling alley. There's going to be an indoor swamp, a shooting range. It's going to be fucking awesome. And I know what you're thinking. Why on earth would you want to put your retail business inside of a haunted pyramid? Because your customer base is rednecks. You want to know who doesn't give a shit about being haunted? Rednecks. If anything, it makes it better. You know what's more fun than being able to go to a pyramid to buy a fucking fishing lure? Being able to go to a pyramid, buy a fishing lure with the slight chance that you're going to get to shoot a ghost with a shotgun loaded with rock salt, okay? Okay, these are rowdy, fearless individuals. These are who Charlie Daniels was talking about, okay? If you told a story about any other demographic on the planet that started out with they made a deal with Satan, it would be a cautionary tale where this guy loses his soul. Not rednecks. Rednecks are going to beat that motherfucker in a fiddle contest, win a golden fiddle because they can. So the pyramid being cursed, definitely not a downside. If anything, it's an upside. The only real downside, to be honest with you, is that, well, you're creating a tourist attraction for rednecks, and if they're staying overnight, they're probably going to get drunk and rowdy and get naked and take a cannonball into the fish tank.
Man made quite a splash at a Bass Pro Shop when he swam naked.
I saw this.
He crashed his car in the parking lot, took off all of his clothes, he jumped into the water yelling cannonball.
And then, of course, there's the cops, obviously.
I didn't know about the cannonball part, but he dived.
The largest pyramid that's on the river on prime real estate. It's going to be pretty expensive whether it's haunted or not. So Johnny Morris doesn't really know if it's going to be a good business idea. He definitely doesn't want to lose money, so he just kind of like sets it in the hands of God and lets him make the decision. He decides, you know what? I'm just going to schedule a fishing trip on the Mississippi River right near the pyramid, and I'm going to go fishing for catfish, and if I catch a really big catfish, that's going to be my sign that I'm going to buy this pyramid. And sure enough, Johnny Morris goes on this fishing trip and catches a 34-pound fucking catfish in the shadow of the pyramid. Can you understand the significance of what I've just told you? This is the most American thing that's ever happened, all right? A pyramid got built in Memphis. It's the 7th largest pyramid on the planet that people now think is haunted because some millionaire that opened up the Hard Rock Cafe was drunk driving his Porsche and had a vision that he was saved by an Indian spirit guide. So he had him place a crystal skull at the top, and then it was haunted and run out of business, and then it got brought back by some dude that became a billionaire by selling fishing lures out the ass end of a liquor store in Springfield, Missouri. So in conclusion, I guess I don't know. I don't know how I got here, to be honest with you. I guess if we could draw anything from this, pick whatever you want to do in life, even if it's something as simple as selling fishing lures, and get so outrageously good at it that you can then financially justify buying a haunted pyramid. 'Cause America, I guess.
Your devil worship.
Oops. Alex Jones.
The hillbillies, the country boy can't survive. The John Deere hat wins. You lose, we win. Your little devil palace is falling down.
You little devil palace. Oh man, I love that video. It's so true
That
though.
is
It's so
interesting.
true.
Like,
Sorry
the whole
that the cat freaking bumped the camera. Sorry.
The whole story. I didn't know it's got such a huge history. Like,
It's massive and it's so big as well. Like there's so many locations. Oh, I have to go.
Oh,
I have
you
to
will
go.
go,
I wonder if you could bring a boat back on a plane.
if you're gonna have a boat, you're taking it through the ocean.
Yeah, but then what do I do once the ocean runs out? Or no, the ocean won't. You know what I mean? Slovakia doesn't have an ocean. How am I going to get here?
You'll get a trailer.
Yeah. I suppose maybe they sell a helicopter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attach it to my helicopter.
Yeah.
Oh, the dreams, eh? I
Yeah.
tell you what, though, but I love the
Amazing,
like story
isn't
of it. It's similar to like the KFC story, like apart from he failed and failed and failed, where it seems like he just
Yeah.
automatically had a great idea out of his dad's little liquor store, and now he's a
Yeah.
multi-billionaire.
But
He
what
like
a great idea, isn't it? And especially like because a lot of people do hunt and fish
And outdoors,
in America,
man.
outdoors, isn't it? So
I get jealous. I watch a lot of like outdoorsy videos. There's a guy when he was talking about people making baits and that in their basement or their shed. There's a guy I watch, Marling Baits. He's an American guy, and he makes his own lures and stuff on. Such a good channel. And he started reviewing like antique ones as well. He buy really old
really?
ones. Yeah, so it's really interesting to check if you like that sort of thing. Marling Baits, great channel. He's funny as heck as well. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Pretty jealous that we don't have a Bass Pro Shops. Maybe I should take the camera into town to show you our fishing shop.
Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, it's like this. Whoop, done. You'll see everything in 2 seconds. We hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the evening or day or whatever time it is. Bye.
Bye.